so I don't really have anything to do. I'm gonna go change the oil on the bike, adjust the clutch because it was slipping over the weekend. Still haven't got a top speed run yet. Just haven't had the road. Well, I had the road to do it on. I just kept hitting traffic, or the wind was blowing so fucking bad it was like pushing me off the road. But I'm gonna go and change the oil on the bike, adjust the clutch. If that doesn't stop the slipping, then I'll make another video and take the not the friction plates, but the metal clutch plates out and sand those down to get the friction plates to grip. But other than that, alright. Well, motherfuckers. Sweetman. As you can tell, it's a wood shop now. We don't have cars or motorcycles anymore. We just build tables and shelves and shit like that. Building fancy stuff. Look at this. A wine rack. Homemade. It's made out of a pallet. It's actually pretty cool. But, alright. Alright, so this is everything you'll need. Oh, and a container to drain your oil, used oil in. But I'll grab that in a second. This creeper for comfort, because who wants to be uncomfortable when you don't have a nice bike lift? Oil filter wrench, only used to take off. Ratchet with a 17 mil or a wrench that's 17 mil. A new filter. 3 quarts of oil, because this bike calls for 2.85 quarts with a filter. Alright, so here's my oil drain container. So first what I'm going to do is just make sure I'm loosening it, because tightening it more was bad. Just get that loose. And then just drain your oil out. Make sure your crush washer comes off with your drain bolt. Next, you want to take your oil filter wrench. Oh, alright, my oil filter wrench is too big for this. But they make a handy dandy little nut on these K&N filters that's the same size as the drain bolt. So you can just loosen it up real easy. Like, slide your bolt over a little. And then loosen it right up. Just because I have a waste bin that seems to be full, but still. Put my filter right in it. Just let it drain in there. Now the fun part, you just wait for it to drain all the way. Alright, for your oil filter, what you're going to want to do, you don't have to fill it with oil, then you're going to have to put oil in the bike twice. But what you're going to want to do is put oil on your O-ring right here. Just so it doesn't stick when you put it on there. But I do it with new oil. Some people take the oil right off the old oil and just run it around real quick. But it just keeps it from sticking. So do that while you're still waiting for it to drain. Alright, now what you want to do is take your oil filter. Make sure you got the nice lubed on it. And just run it on hand tight. Grip of your hand should be able to tighten it enough for what it needs to be. Then you take your oil drain bolt and run that in. On this, you don't need to tighten that much. Make sure you put a new crush washer on every single time you change your oil. And this only needs like 17, 18 pounds of foot-pounds torque. And then you go to filling it. You're going to want a funnel. Make sure it's clean on the inside. Then you grab your oil. You come over to the opposite side. Take your fill. And it calls for 2.85 quarts with a filter. 2.8 would be right there. So almost the whole thing. And if you can't tell, that's spot on. Because I'm professional. Put your filler cap back on. And then start her up. Just for a second so the oil filter fills. And see how it dropped down. Alright, so after your oil change, actually after anything you do working on the bike, you should always take it for a test ride after. Look at that old deer, look at it. So take it for a test ride. I don't know, on this the low oil light usually turns on right after an oil change. I'm not really sure why, but yeah, it's starting to sprinkle. think that was the first time I ever got a shift down and kept it up. Really fucking squirrely though. And I'm not sure what gears I was in, but I'm pretty sure it was 3rd to 4th, which means if I can get that down on the highway, I could probably ride my wheelies at like 110 and keep it steady, which would be pretty badass.